just rather be alone in my zone writing poems. When I get in, I take a shower, read a book and feel empowered. Smoking on that sour got me counting down the hours, thinking of all the shit that they could.
Today we're taking a look at the XREAL Air 2 Pros. These have been some of my favorite glasses recently, and they seamlessly blend digital content with the real world. So you can watch content wherever you go, and it can be really immersive, or it can be super passive. So you can watch it while getting on with your daily tasks, and it's not gonna get in the way too much. So let's talk about them. So I've been using these glasses now for about a week, and I would say my favorite thing about them, like hands down, is how seamless they are. Like I could be wearing any pair of sunglasses when I'm out and about, and I just plug in one single cable and I have this whole AR experience, and I'm able to watch content on a massive display anywhere I go. I think that's what makes them so great. But yeah, they work really good as just regular sunglasses also, so it's like a 2-in-1. I got a bundle, so I didn't just get the glasses, I also got a variety of accessories. So in terms of the unboxing experience, there was a few things to unbox, but I absolutely love the overall style and the theme when unboxing these glasses. They feel very futuristic, and it's a really premium unboxing experience, super satisfying. In the box, you get a hardback case for the glasses. You also get the glasses themselves, obviously, and they come with this hard shell cover. So that is a light blocker. So if you want to block out the light completely, you can go ahead and put that on and be super immersed into your content. You also get a microfiber cloth as well as some instruction manuals. And of course, you also get a USB-C cable because these glasses need to be plugged in, and that cable supports video output. So you can connect up all your devices and it can go ahead and mirror the screen directly onto these glasses. Included in the box, you get a few different sizes of the nose pads, which just go ahead and clip in, really simple. And they're made of this super soft silicone material, very cushioned, and overall super comfortable over long periods of wearing these glasses. I also picked up an XREAL Beam, which is a dedicated device that allows you to watch content with spatial tracking features. So not only can you watch content mirrored on the screens, but you can actually lock it in place in your environment around you. But there's also a few different modes on the XREAL Beam, which I'll touch on later. I also got a splitter cable included in the box, which allows you to charge your device while you're also outputting video to the glasses. So you basically have infinite battery life. You don't have to rely on whatever device you're using. But I feel like my favorite part of these glasses is definitely the design. I love how they just look like a regular pair of sunglasses because I don't feel awkward or strange wearing them out and about. You could just wear them as like a standard pair of glasses, but you have the feature of watching content whenever you want by just connecting up a single USB-C cable. So they definitely do look like standard glasses. They're maybe a little bit bigger or bulkier in some areas, but the majority of the time people are not going to notice you're wearing screens on your eyes. They're just going to think you're wearing some chunky sunglasses, which is completely fine with me. When you're wearing these glasses over long periods of time, you don't have to worry about any hot elements touching your skin because all of those elements that get warm inside the glasses have been carefully designed to be away from your skin. So when you're wearing them for long periods of use, it feels really comfortable. I've not had any overheating or any warm experiences, and I've been using them for a few hours a day. And unlike other glasses or big headsets, which you might need to wear, these are as light as regular sunglasses, and they're not front heavy. The weight is very well balanced. So when you're wearing them, it just feels really comfortable and pleasant like any other normal pair of glasses. My favorite feature hands down about these glasses is the fact that they have bird bath optics, and they also have electronically dimmable lenses. So there's a button on the front here, and there's 3 different tint modes. So you can have it not too tinted, you can have it fairly light, so when you're indoors, you can see fairly well. But if you go outside and it's very bright and you can't see the screen very well, press that button, it will slightly dim, and then press it again, and it will dim a lot more, to the point where you're almost fully immersed. So I find I don't tend to use the light blocker cover too much, just because rather than clipping something on and off, I can just press a single button and get almost the same experience. And then right behind that button, you have a volume rocker that also doubles as your brightness adjustments. So you can go ahead and increase the volume as well as your brightness from pressing either the up or down button. All the controls are on the right-hand stem of the glasses. And in terms of volume, you do have bone conducting speakers built directly into the stems. So when you're wearing them, you don't have to connect up headphones, you can listen to content, and it sounds really good. Now, there is some sound leak, so people around you may be able to hear if you're in a quiet environment, if you have it fairly loud, but most of the time when you're out and about, there's other noise going on, people don't tend to hear it, and the sound quality is pretty good. There's not a tremendous amount of bass, but there's a lot of clarity, and it definitely sounds really high quality. You're probably curious what devices actually work with these glasses, which is a fairly good question. And if you have the iPhone 15, you can obviously just plug straight in that USB-C. Most Apple devices support video output, so you can pretty much connect up like iPads, your Mac, anything like that, and it will work and you'll be able to mirror the screen on here. On Mac, you can also download this software called Nebula. Nebula allows you to have multiple screens going at the same time. So not only can you mirror your laptop screen, you can actually extend your desktop displays to have up to 3 displays on these glasses. And it uses the gyroscope inside the glasses, so as you turn your head, you can go ahead and look between 3 different screens which hover above your laptop. So this is definitely a productivity beast. The software is really seamless, easy to use. There's a couple of options. You can choose the distance away the screens are from your face, and you can also change the distortion, like how curved the monitors are. They also work with Windows, so no matter whether you have a Mac or Windows computer, you're going to be able to use these glasses. And it is a really awesome experience using your laptop through these because other people around you, they're not able to see what you're doing. And also you can just have way more screens. So I have a small 14-inch MacBook Pro and you can't see a lot on the screen. It is fairly small. So if I want to do some video editing and I want to have a browser window open as well as maybe Lightroom or Photoshop, I can have all of those open on different screens and simply look between them by turning my head. Now the glasses also work with Android devices, but your Android device has to support video output. So I have the Pixel 8 Pro and unfortunately right now it doesn't support video output. Now saying that, it does have the hardware capability to do it, and Android's latest beta actually unlocks video output support for the Pixel, so I hope I can actually use that feature soon. But most Android devices, it actually does work. Unfortunately, just not the Pixel. So if you have any Samsung devices, Xiaomi, most of those will work with these no problem. But when you're wearing these glasses, the overall image quality is really nice, super sharp, and the colors have such a good contrast level that it overall is just a super immersive and beautiful experience when watching content on these. There's no need to adjust the focal point, so when you throw these on, they're going to be in focus straight away. They do come with a prescription lens which you can bring to your optician and you can get them adjusted for your eyes. So, if you need glasses, you might need to get that adjusted before you wear these. But overall, once you do that, it's going to be a more seamless experience than adjusting them every time and accidentally knocking the focus. And overall, it gives you a much thinner, lighter form factor and it's just simpler to use. The screens inside are Sony 0.55-inch micro OLED displays capable of 1920 by 1080p at 120 frames per second. So if you want to watch some high refresh rate content, you can do that on these. They also support 3D mode where it splits the image in half and you get a slightly different image on your right eye to your left. So you can watch some 3D content that way. One of the most useful aspects of these screens is just how color accurate they are. So they are TUV approved. That basically means they're professional grading monitors and that they've got incredibly good color accuracy. So if you want to grade some content, if you want to, tweak some colors in an image, they're going to be really true to life and true to how other people will see them. A lot of other devices out there, they're not very color accurate. So for creators, people wanting to grade your footage, it might not be that good, but these right here have incredible color accuracy. One area I really didn't touch on with these glasses is the gaming experience. So you can go ahead and plug this into any games console or your PC, connect a controller and play games through these glasses and you get a really immersive experience. So yeah, I've literally just opened up the Call of Duty app, plugged in these glasses and connected my controller. It really feels like a cinema experience. When you're a kid and you always wished you could hook up your PlayStation to the cinema screen and actually play games, this is how it feels whenever you're wearing the glasses playing games. And it's so portable because you could just put your phone in your pocket and literally play games with a controller. Oh man, I feel like playing this game is so easy compared to on an actual games console, but the experience of like the movement and all the controls feels super natural, which is really nice. It's a really fun experience playing games through these glasses without doubt. So, you know, if you're a gamer, if you have consoles, you're gonna absolutely love these so much. A really great accessory you might want to pick up is the XREAL hub. So this is a USB-C splitter. It is really high quality. It's made of aluminum, feels nice and solid, but the purpose of it is to allow you to charge up your portable gaming device while you're outputting video to the glasses. So it works with devices like the Steam Deck, ROG Ally, Legion Go, and of course the Nintendo Switch. But it even works with your smartphone. As long as you don't have an iPhone with a lightning port, because it's USB-C, then you'll be completely fine. You can use this with pretty much any device, and it just means that you don't have to limit your playing time because you don't have to rely on a battery in your device. You can just keep it nice and topped up with this dongle. It has some super nice software features as well, such as over voltage protection for your devices, and it also supports super high quality video pass-through in 120 Hz. So you can make use of the full quality when you're grading or playing games, whatever you're doing. But yeah, this thing just comes in so handy. So if you do want to pick one up, I'll leave a link to it down below. In terms of how much you can see with the displays, your field of view is like 46 degrees when you're wearing these. But if you pair these glasses with the software Nebula on Mac, or you pair them with the XREAL Beam, you can make use of those tracking modes and expand your image. So as you're looking around, you're getting a much bigger field of view. The XREAL Beam is a dedicated device that you can connect up to these glasses, so you don't have to rely on your phone or your laptop. And it's really small, so you can just fit it in your pocket. It is a really premium feeling device. It's made of this soft touch type material, feels great in the hand, and in terms of controls, kind of reminds me of like an iPod, like one of the old school ones, just because it has like a click wheel and it allows you to navigate around the OS. The OS is really intuitive, simple to use, and you can install third-party apps by just transferring APK files over to the XREAL Beam. But as standard, you get Amazon Prime as well as Netflix, so you can pretty much watch most content straight out of the box. There's also a USB-C input into the XREAL Beam, so you can actually connect up other devices like your games consoles or your laptop directly into the Beam, and it gives you those tracking features, and it also gives you extra battery life as well, which is super nice. So I mentioned earlier, the XREAL Beam has a mode which locks a window in place, so as you turn around, it uses the gyroscope to keep the image in that specific place. But there's also a smooth follow, where it actually smoothly follows as your head's moving around so you don't get motion sick. And there's also a mode which puts the image in the corner of your field of view. So you can watch it in any corner. It could be top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. And it just overall helps you be less distracted when you're watching content and doing things. Having the display in the middle can get distracting when you're trying to like wash up, or, you know, when you're trying to be productive. And sometimes you just want a little window in the side to briefly watch the content and look over every once in a while. So that is a really nice feature that I use all the time. But overall, if you're looking for the best pair of augmented reality glasses, this is the best pair I've ever used so far, just in terms of what you actually get in terms of the screen quality and color accuracy, as well as just the form factor. Like, they just look like regular glasses. They're so lightweight as well. So these glasses weigh in at 75 grams. So when you have them on your face for long periods of time, it is really comfortable to wear them. So if you'd like to pick a pair of these up, I'll leave a link down below with some promotional codes, and you can go ahead and pick them up. There might be some discounts floating around, so just take a look down in my description. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my thoughts from using these for the past month or so. And I just can't emphasize how much I love these. Like, these are my babies right here. I never need a TV ever again. I'm just gonna wear these, just gonna rock these everywhere I go. And this is gonna be exceptionally good when I'm on a plane, like I'm flying out to Toronto in a couple of weeks, and I can just wear these and watch content on my flight. It's gonna be an awesome experience. So yeah, that is pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.